to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. DeAndre Carter returning it. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
DeAndre Carter on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
On the play. 1st down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
A loss of 7 yards. It's 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Patterson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
It's 3rd down.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Here's Foles. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This will be fielded at the 17. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
48-yard line.
From the shotgun, Ryan looking deep for Julio. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
At the 36-yard line.
From the 36, Foles steps away. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
He will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Marlon Davidson in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. Here's Patterson, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On second down now, it's Patterson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
At the Falcons' 7-yard line.
Patterson on the carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. On play action, they'll throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
What's up about teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage? How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down.
Makes the score.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Gurley. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
Ryan.
at the Bears' 40-yard line.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. Incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. He completes this to Russell Gage. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
First down, Bears.
On first down. Patterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
They run with Patterson. Powerful running. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line.
At the 1-yard line.
It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 55 yards. They're going to go with the tight end here on the running play. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Bears 10, Falcons nothing. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taken in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now Gurley. Oh, now some space to operate. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
There's a run there by Todd Gurley. We all know he's looking to rebound from the least productive season of his career. And I think Atlanta presents him a great opportunity to do just that. They'll use him really well running it as well as catching it out of the backfield.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. Again, he finds an opening. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And it stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Catch there by Julio Jones, and let's face it, they're almost running out of ways to say he's great. So let's put it into this context. 3rd among active players in the league.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Brian Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons draw a bit closer.
Lining up for
a strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Here's Carter now on the return. And takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
The Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Chicago.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll now ahead and falls, loses the football. It's out, and the Falcons grab it.
That's the way to run it, bro.
And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. At 14-10.
Good. Makes the score Falcons 14, Bears 10. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here's Carter now on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now Foles. They'll complete this one to Patterson. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on
Patterson on the draw play. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
And it's 3rd down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. Nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 2.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Oh, they go to the tight end carry. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. from the right hash here. Should be an easy one. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in this last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 20. He gives to Gurley. And he'll be corralled right around the 30. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And some room to run now. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Now it's Gurley. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears, D.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
17.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Near the 35. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Terrell on the coverage.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. To the races, down the right side. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So call off the pick 6.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Patterson. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
3rd down.
Foles. And Robinson with a big catch. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Bears 20, Falcons 17. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this carries into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Another carry now for Gurley. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They run. It's Gurley. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a good pickup on the ground of 7 yards, and time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Back now in Atlanta. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And this will be a Falcons first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On second down, it's Hill. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And he's got this down to the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Brought him down. A gain of 12. First down, Bears.
Once more, they turn to Patterson. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to.
Lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20, 10. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. Touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big time fumble. Now for the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Falcons 24, Bears 20. Young Wei Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
And you can bet their ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. Here's Carter now on the return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
DeAndre Carter on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First down, Chicago.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Foles. Got a man. It's Patterson complete.
Foles pass.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie A.J. Terrell.
Oh, that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at the 45. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
To the 49-yard line.
Again, they run with Gurley. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he's going to have the Falcons first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They find some open field here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Smith. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Keith Smith, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Coup for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Falcons 31, Bears 20.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. First throw now for the backup Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Intercepted.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Calvin Ridley. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. Looking for the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
It leads to second and 10.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Ryan wants to throw it. He's got it at the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They'll get 34 yards there.
10 at the 13-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Eddie Jackson picks it, and that will write a finish to this ball game.